The spring of 1999, I got up to go to work, turned on the television, and there was footage of this horrific disaster, that tornado that had struck Oklahoma City. I felt God calling me, Randy, you can do something about that. Of course, I argued with him, but after a couple days, we finally gave in, and my wife and I and our two kids, we loaded a little pull-behind trailer up with supplies and two other families that went with us, and we went to Oklahoma. And whole lot of story between then and now, but 20 years later, we're still doing it, and obviously God's allowed us to grow.
Someone introduced me to this group, God's Pit Crew and Randy Johnson. So I wanted you guys to get to know Randy a little bit. So tell us what you do, and then I'll have a couple more questions for you.
Well, God's Pit Crew is a nonprofit, faith-based crisis response team. We do four major things. We respond to major natural disasters all over the world by carrying in tractor-trailer loads of product to help people with. We have teams that go in, cut trees, move debris, gut houses. Then we have a rebuilding team that'll go back and help families rebuild after these major disasters. So we've responded to a little over 100 major disasters now in 27 states and 13 different countries.
Yeah, in 20 years, right?
In 20 years. We're celebrating our 20th year in ministry. And here locally, we also distribute product to over 100 other nonprofits, food banks, feeding programs, crisis pregnancy centers, animal shelters. And we also distribute product to clothes closets here locally, work with social service, fire victims. So we're busy all the time, even if there's not a disaster. But disaster relief is our main function.
That's awesome. Seriously, guys, if you're looking for something to support, this is just blowing my mind getting to know what they do. Can you show us around?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's look at this place. Out here is the upstairs portion of our warehouse, and we run three different programs out from upstairs. This whole quarter of the warehouse right here is called our Pay It Forward program. So we get new furniture, new household goods, new clothing, all kinds of stuff like that donated to us by major companies. Mm-hmm. And we bring it in, sort it, organize it, and then redistribute that back to fire victims. Social service brings people over. It's not uncommon for us to furnish somebody's house once a week here. So this next section, all this forth, is what we call our Blessing Bucket program. So we distribute about 30,000 of those a year or more, and we can walk on around and show it to you, but it's a 5-gallon bucket that's filled with a variety of personal hygiene supplies: soap, shampoo, toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, comb, brush, all those things that you need to take care of yourself. And so they're intended for people who have been displaced from their home due to a major disaster. So when they lose everything, they lose everything, and you know that it hit pretty close to your hometown. And so all that's wiped away. So these buckets are meant to help sustain somebody for a short period of time with those necessities. Typically they can do 2,500 buckets in about 3 hours. Wow. It's amazing to watch it happen. Yeah. Good. So when we first go in, it's not preaching to them, it's not trying to shove a Bible down somebody's throat. Mm-hmm. We never do that. Yeah. We just go in and say, how can we help you?
Yeah, that's awesome.
And when they open that door, then we have that opportunity to share why we do it.